Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight.
Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. And we are here for the transfer ranking stream or show, whatever you want to call it, really. I'm joined by Chelsea fan Prime, Everton fan Velvishwan, and Manchester United fan JB. So we've got one from all of the big ones, all the big clubs. I did try looking for an Arsenal fan, but they're still too ashamed to show their faces. Apart from Gabby, who will never be apparently embarrassed to show his face. Dylan says thoroughly enjoyed the last stream. Yeah, it was best stream ever, mate. Jorginho is the most overrated player in the world, says Mustafa. Kenny says, what happened last stream now? I just pressed
it was your fault, Kenny.
I just pressed end stream for some weird reason. And Chris says, big up Velv, Panel and Velv. Apparently, Velv's not good enough to be classed as Panel. It's big up the Panel and Velv. So Velv has been removed by Chris on the panel. But how are we all doing? There is no club football, and I'm sick to a back teeth for watching Southgate ball now. I want to go and watch some proper football. I still got another game to do though. But how are we all doing?
Yeah, good. We're good.
Yeah, not too bad. Velv?
Yeah, I'm good.
Excellent.
And I'm a Liverpool fan, people. I'm a Liverpool fan, not an Everton fan.
Liverpool, Everton, same thing. But we are, and I've put in some oddballs. So because Liverpool did no transfer business apart from Konate, it was going to be a little bit, how do I say this? It'd have been a little light on content if we were just to do the big ones. And to be frankly honest, I don't really want to do all the Spurs' ones. So we've added in a few, like Williams and Gilmore to Norwich, Gallagher, a few of the Villa ones as well. So we've got all of this. So as you can see on the bottom, we've got them right here. So you've got all of those. You've got the likes of Varane and Heaton and Tomiyasu and all of that. So you've got all of those. So it should be really interesting. Obviously, the way we'll do it is I'll give you a player. You tell me if it's a goated transfer, decent transfer, average, poor, or what have you done? What have you done? Oh, crikey. Oh, crikey. Jay, that is some of the worst playback I've ever heard in my life. I could hear myself. Yeah. Yeah, Jay, I'm not sure what happened there. But we will start with you, Prime, and I am going to give you Daniel James to Leeds United.
I think it's a decent signing. Someone who he also has wanted for 2 seasons now. In big games, I think he's going to be very important for Leeds. I could see him coming back because they played them first game of the season. I can see them going back to play United and getting a goal or assist against them. And I rate Bielsa. He's one of the godfathers of football. So, if someone like him wants Dan James, then you can only imagine what he can turn into in the next 2 years. Mm-hmm. So,
Decent signing for Leeds United there. So, Dan James into decent he goes. Velvishwan, I'm going to give you Conor Gallagher to Crystal Palace. And whilst you talk through this, I'm putting my phone on charge. Back in a second.
Conor Gallagher, decent signing. Yeah, I feel like coming into that midfield. He's already started the season brightly off, scoring 2 goals against was it West Ham, I believe. Yeah, it's a decent signing, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does the rest of the season under Vieira. Possibly, he had a very good season at West Brom. If he continues it with Crystal Palace, probably see him return back to Chelsea soon enough.
So, where are you putting Conor Gallagher?
Decent.
Gallagher going into decent. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Anyone disagree with Velshwan putting Gallagher in decent?
Yeah, he's on loan from Chelsea. Crystal Palace can keep him. He's not that good.
I don't actually know that much about him. I just know that he scored 2 goals against West Ham. That's like the only time I've kind of I've been like, oh wow, this Gallagher kid looks decent. I didn't actually like pay much attention to him when he was at West Brom, just mainly because they were like a relegation. They were fighting relegation last season. So
yeah, I hear that. Jay, I am going to give you. I'm going to give you Leon Bailey to Aston Villa. Also, I've got really bad playback from your end. I don't know what is going on.
oh, I don't know. It might be my headphones. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you, but we can also hear us talking. Do you want to try leaving and coming back?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, try that. It might help a bit. Whilst we wait for Jay, I'm going to take Brandon Williams to Norwich, and I'm going to put this right into a decent signing. On loan, can play both wings. Daniel Farke, in my opinion, is a better coach. Let me emphasize this: better coach than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So I think Brandon Williams, and we've all seen what Daniel Farke did to Max Aarons and how well he improved Max Aarons. I think we could see a very similar thing, maybe not in terms of ability, and maybe he won't be as good as Max Aarons, but I do believe that Brandon Williams will go on and do very, very, very well at Norwich. So I'm putting that in a decent signing. Does anyone disagree with that?
No.
It's an average signing, isn't it?
You think? Well, the only reason I say it's decent for Norwich is he's got Europe sort of European experience. He can play both wings, and I just think we're a bit of better coaching. Brandon Williams will go on to do a lot better than he ever does at United.
I don't know. He's not. I'm not sure who their left back is.
Oh, they bought some dodgy fuck who definitely doesn't look that good.
Yeah, he's terrible.
But I thought he'd be competing with Max Aarons. He's not better than Max Aarons.
I think they've gone for Williams because I think he'll predominantly play left back, but he can offer cover to right back as well. So you've sort of got two positions, and you shouldn't do it. But I suppose for Norwich, when you count in the pennies, shall I say, I think trying to pinch two positions isn't always the worst idea. Some comments here. Kenny says Williams to Norwich is goated. I wouldn't go that far. Dylan says decent. Max says decent. Average at best, says Russ. This is a closed panel. I've got Dom maybe coming on, but we've got one from every big club. I don't know any Man City fans. And I don't think there's any alive that are old enough to talk about Man City. I'm joking. But yeah, there's not many of them, that's for sure. And the ones that are around are snapped up by the bigger channels quite quickly.
Yeah,
it's like, fuck me, City fan, I'm having you.
Yeah.
I
was going to say there's Yannicka as well.
Yeah. She's, bless her, she's everywhere, isn't she? Because she's very good content creator, good content creator. And the fact that she's a City fan, it just makes it even better. But Jay, I am going to give you. I gave you Leon Bailey to Villa, didn't I? So how are you ranking this one?
I'd go with decent, just mainly based off his reputation from Bayer Leverkusen, because he was
Yeah.
one of their best players. He was very good for them, and it's quite a good signing for Villa. I think with Bailey in their team, like he strengthens them, and he's
Yeah.
quite good. Like he plays on the wing, doesn't he? So
Mhm.
yeah, no, I think that's quite a good signing for them.
Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't start the first few games. That was something I found quite surprising. I thought he'd be like a guaranteed starter, but I
Mhm.
think it's decent. Yeah, just mainly based off his reputation from the Bundesliga, because he did very well from there,
Yeah.
and I don't think it will take him too long to adjust to the Premier League, because it's quite fast paced and he's a very quick player. So I don't think it'll take him time to get his to get used to the league, and yeah, I think he'll get a couple of goals and assists. So it's a good bit of business for Villa.
Yeah, I hear that. Prime, I'm going to give you a funny one. I'm giving you Scott Carson to Man City.
He signed this summer.
Yeah, he was on loan last year. They've actually signed him on a free.
I don't know. It's a homegrown. Is he what, second choice, third choice?
Third choice, I think, isn't he? They've got Edison, Stefan, and Dennis Carson.
All right. I don't know. Fair enough. Would he start for any other team in the Prem? Maybe.
No, I don't think he would.
He start. No, I put him in. I'll put him in poor. He starts for Arsenal. Put him in poor. That's not. That's
it's
not
okay.
good.
I'm sure that. I know. It's actually bad. Velve has dipped somewhere, so Jay, I'll give you Tom Heaton. Go on then.
Tom Heaton. I'm conflicted between poor and average. I'm gonna go with average. I don't think it's too bad. I don't think it's too good either.
Yeah.
Like he's not a spectacular keeper or anything.
Yeah.
Was he Villa's main? No, he was Villa's backup keeper last season.
Yeah, it was Villa's backup. He's Villa's backup. Your third choice now.
Our third choice. I mean, we have Lee Grant as well. So,
he's fourth choice.
Yeah, average. I think.
Yeah.
It's nothing special. He'll probably play in the cup games like Carabao Cup. I think against the lower league opposition.
Well, will he? Because you've got Dean Henderson and David De Gea. I mean, I don't really see him getting game time, to be honest with you.
What was the point?
Dean Henderson is not that good. Heaton is good enough to break through. Dean Henderson is not that good.
Well, yeah, but Henderson is good enough to play cup games.
But Heaton is better than Henderson.
Really?
Henderson is not that good.
Neither's Heaton, to be fair.
Heaton is better.
Henderson's okay. Henderson's a good backup.
Henderson's he's lower Premier League level, and Heaton, in my opinion, can play for a mid-table club. He can start for me. I don't know why he went to Man United. He can start for a mid-table club.
Interesting take. Interesting. I'm going to take Bettinelli, and I'm also going to chuck it into Alfred. So that's all of the goalkeepers done. All third, second choice goalkeepers done, because we don't want to be rude. Velvishwan, Mark Gehi, Palace. What do you make of that one?
Oh, I don't know, to be.
Chelsea youngster, so Chelsea fans would have been up in arms going, oh no, another young player leaving.
I'll say average signing, in my opinion.
Ooh. Well, so you're putting Conor Gallagher to Palace in decent, yet in my opinion, Mark Gehi is better than Gallagher. And I think Mark Gehi will offer Palace more than Gallagher.
Is Gehi the centre-back, innit?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. How much is it? 20 mil for the...
Yeah, mate.
you sold.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I don't know because it's between decent and average for me. I need to see how he does in the Premier League in this thing
Okay.
because he's coming there to I forgot who the centre backs because they played with Kouyaté majority last season at centre back, so he needs to be covering that. So we'll see what he does. But for me, for now, he's average.
Yeah, I hear that. Couple of comments here. Hendo is better than De Gea, says Kenny. I don't think Prime quite agrees with it.
Henderson's not better than De Gea.
I agree with
No.
Prime because Henderson's positioning as a goalkeeper is very, very suspect. But you see the goals that he concedes is very, very. It's not good.
Yeah, people got gas because his save percentage. People have to. Your save percentage when you play for a lesser club is not necessarily that impressive because if you're getting bombarded with shots, your save percentage is eventually going to look very good. Like the same thing happened with Mignolet at Sunderland. They got relegated. He got moved to Liverpool. That didn't work out. Happened with Pickford at Sunderland. They got relegated. He got moved to Everton. I rate Pickford, by the way, but people don't think he's a great goalkeeper. And yet Henderson is worse than Pickford. Like I don't think Henderson should be anywhere that England squad because he's not better than Pickford. He's not better than
I think
Heaton.
with Henderson,
He's not better than Sam Johnson. I don't know.
I think Russ sort of disagrees here. Henderson is better than Heaton. Dylan says Prime actually speaks so much facts. Finally, a rival fan sees the light. Dylan also then says no, Russ, Heaton is better. Heaton could play for half the Prem sides.
Ian played for Burnley and Villa, didn't he?
Who's Burnley's goalkeeper? Oh, Nick Pope. Heaton's better than Nick Pope. Heaton's better than Nick Pope.
I think with Henderson, like Henderson, last season, like there were some games where he was quite good. Like I remember against AC Milan, he was very good in that game. But like some of the saves that De Gea makes, like, I don't think Henderson can do those. Like especially like that double save against Wolves. I don't think Henderson would have done that. I don't think he's got that ability.
DC says Buendia Ings goated. Well, we'll get there. Are you being biased? Very. Love it. Kenny, you're an embarrassment. Dino will never reach De Gea levels.
Ian Henderson's not better than Leno.
De Gea right now is shit. Well, actually, Kenny, I think De Gea this season has been very... I think De Gea this season has been very good. I have questioned that if he could get back to the levels that he showed, because I do think that his levels dropped for a large part of the time. But he's slowly showing that, you know, if you put a somewhat competent defence in front of him, he can do a job.
But you know what's funny about that? People say his levels dropped. It didn't really. It dropped because he was performing at a freakish level. We were seeing him pull out way beyond world-class saves. But however, the past 2 seasons, in my opinion, he's still been one of the best goalkeepers in the Prem.
Interesting.
So I don't think he hasn't fallen off. It's only because City got 100 points, and then Liverpool got like 90-something points. So that's why he looked bad.
I think it was the mistakes he was making. I think it was the mistakes he was making. He's making I think towards the end of the 18-19, he was making loads of mistakes. But I'm not blaming on him. Like,
do you know what's also funny about that? Was Man United's defense good?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, okay. So everyone's going to make mistakes. But Man United's defense has drastically improved, which also helps him. You know, I think this season, like, again, I even said it last summer. If we couldn't get Oblak, I would have bought De Gea instead, because he's still one of the best goalkeepers in the world.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. It is an interesting one. Dylan says, I think De Gea feels more confident now we're a superior centre half. However, it was a myth that he was crap 2 seasons. It's just Dean Henderson's bandwagon. I do think De Gea started making a lot more mistakes that he wouldn't normally have done. But as Prime said, he had been performing at a supersonic level. So Prime, I am going to give you an Arsenal one And I am going to give you Ben White. Where are you putting Benjamin White, the £50 million centre-back
No,
at
don't do
Arsenal?
that. Ben White. I like Ben White. The money is
A part of the transfer.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Money in football is ridiculous. Maguire's not worth 85. Lukaku's not worth 100 mil, whatever. Money's ridiculous right now. And also English tax. But I don't know. Did they even really need him? Because
that's the thing. I thought they needed to look at other players, to be fair. I thought they needed a striker more than a centre-back.
Yeah, no, the thing is, like, if your target that you wanted is not available, fine, get other areas. But if I don't know, if they bought 30 mil on a centre back from, say, Bundesliga or La Liga, that Romero guy Spurs bought, they could have then went and got, say, pulled in more money that they spent on Odegaard and try and got Maddison or something. But then again, they also brought in Tsimikas. So I'm confused.
Yeah.
And also, Gabriel is meant to be one of the best centre backs in the Prem as well. So I'm confused. But I do like Ben White. I think his potential is the same as what Chambers and Holding was when they were brought into Arsenal. Like, I rated them as well. However, if he's not developed properly, he's going to end up being a massive flop. I'll put him in decent because I personally like him. But the way he's being overhyped by Arsenal fans and the way he got bodied by that Ivan Toney, he should be in average, but I'm putting him in decent because I like him personally.
Okay. Oh, at the end, we all get one pick to move as well. So do bear that in mind. Will Ben White stay there?
Sorry, can I just say, if Man United didn't get Varane, he would be a good signing for United because I think he'd partner Maguire well. But yeah, whatever.
I think, also, I think United getting Varane for so cheaper, doesn't help because, look, Ben White is younger and obviously English tax and all that crap, but it certainly doesn't help sort of Arsenal fans at all. Box says Ben White decently will improve Arsenal. Pablo Mari whole defence is dodgy. Kenny says they could have kept Saliba.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think should have kept Saliba. Ross says exactly how can they say they didn't need a centre back? Mari Holding is not a centre back paying for a big 16. But are Arsenal a big 16?
They're not. This Saliba guy.
No.
I know because Arteta, we can say he's not a good manager or anything, but maybe this Saliba guy is just not that good and he's not ready for the Prem. What is he, 18, 19? If Arsenal are this bad without him, do you think throwing in an 18, 19-year-old, 20-year-old with no Premier League experience, with limited first team, experience, because he's only been playing for about 2 seasons now, I think, 3 seasons. Do you think throwing him in is going to make any difference, honestly? No. So
if you want me to be honest, yes, because he plays how Arteta wants to play. I think the thing that Arteta struggled with is he's not had a centre-back who is got the attributes and the ability to play how he wants to play. Right? He wants to play out from the back. You can see that so clearly. Yet most of his defenders, most of his centre-backs, look very uneasy when asked to play out from the back. William Saliba is very good at passing out from the back. Obviously, you don't base everything off statistics, but statistically, he's very good with his pass accuracy, with his long balls, with his short balls. Everything that he can do is exactly how Arteta wants to play. So this shout for Saliba is not a mad shout. In my
David Luiz, but yet he was getting caught out defensively a lot because the rest of Arsenal's team was just bad around him. Like, people think having one great player makes a difference or one good player makes a difference. Not really.
No,
if the rest of the team is structured, it doesn't matter.
I personally would have kept David Luiz because I would have put David Luiz in as a DM and then brought in Saliba back into the fold. Because I think if you have David Luiz, who can play out from the back as well, as a holding DM, in front of maybe Gabriel and Saliba, for me, that looks a much, much better back line than Xhaka, Holding, or whoever. Like,
Murray,
that's just my opinion. Ravi says, why is he on loan again? I just guess either Arteta doesn't rate him. I can only imagine it being that, really.
Played very well in
But you say
Marseille.
that. Has any other club in the Premier League asked to loan him in?
We did at some point in January. We were panicking. We were panicking. Liverpool.
What,
They were
who's
just
we?
panicking.
Who's we?
Liverpool wanted Saliba because they were like, we need a centre back. That's not really
That doesn't.
Yeah,
that
that's
doesn't
what I
really
said.
count.
Yeah, Liverpool load in Kabak, so I don't really trust your judgment on centre backs.
Yeah, Dylan says Pele has been in hospital for the past 6 days with an undisclosed health issue. Get well soon, Pele. But yeah, 100%.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's mad. That is mad. Hopefully he does get well very
Touch
soon.
wood, he stays healthy. Touch wood.
Yeah, 100%. Jay, I am going to give you. I'm going to give you how much Spanish football do you watch?
Not much.
Okay, I won't give you him. I won't give you him then. I'll give you Danny Ings. Right, I'll give you Danny Ings. What do you make of this signing for Villa? Obviously, lost Grealish, but in my opinion, spent their money fairly wisely.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, it's a decent signing. Danny Ings, he'll definitely get goals. He'll get you goals, and he's not exactly a like-for-like replacement for Jack Grealish, because he's a different type of player. He's not that kind of he's not an attacking midfielder. He's a striker, but he's good. He did very well for Southampton. He got a decent amount of goals for them, for a team that was in the lower half of the table, and Villa is a slightly better team with better players, and I think he'll score more goals than he.
Yeah, I hear that. Valve. Emerson.
I'll say it's a. Sorry.
Yeah, Jay.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, Danny Ings a decent signing. Yeah. Yeah, he's quite good. And who will he be playing up front with, or will he just be on his own?
I think it'll be. I think it could be anyone. I mean, you can have Watkins on the right, Bailey on the left.
Oh, Ollie Watkins.
With Gwen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got, in my opinion, one of the best. Not maybe one of the best, but out of the mid teams, they've probably got the best attack in the league in terms of mid teams. I mean, if you take away, United, Chelsea, Liverpool. To be fair, though, Aston Villa's attacking, once they all bed in, I think Aston Villa's attack could be slightly better than Liverpool's, in my opinion. So, no, I do hear that for a decent signing. Velvish one, I'm going to give you Emerson Royal. Emerson Royal from Barcelona to Spurs.
He's a baller, man. Baller. Put him in decent.
Decent.
Yeah, he's a techie player, dribbling, pace. Still need to improve defensively a bit more when you come into the Spurs side, but overall decent signing. Future player. He's very talented.
You can't say it's true, followed by my sources, the Sun. Yeah.
Wait,
not a chance.
what did you look at Kenny's last comment?
I want to hear Vel's response to your comment, Niall, about Villa being better attack than Liverpool. Yeah, Vel, Sean, what do you make of that comment that I made?
Who said it?
I said it. I said once Villa's attack beds in, so once Leon Bailey, Buendia, and Danny Ings all settle into Villa, I think they have a better attack than Liverpool.
Striker wise, yes. Ings is better.
I think Leon Bailey potentially has the beating of Salah at the moment. I think Salah has got an awful lot to prove this season. And yeah, okay, you can have Salah, but I think if we were to pick a team, I'm not picking Mane over Leon Bailey, I'll be picking Leon Bailey.
And it depends. It depends what you want from the attack. I think Bailey is more of a creator. Like he'll get down the rings, run, put a decent cross in, dribbling. With Mane, it's difficult. I will just wait until the end of the season.
Who else plays in Aston Villa's attack?
For me, you got
Watkins.
Bay, Watkins, Ings, Buendia. And they still got like that Trezeguet lad as well.
Oh yes, Trezeguet.
They've got
And
a few.
Anwar El Ghazi as well.
El Ghazi, yeah.
Villa have better depth, but I would still say Liverpool's attack is better. Just for the Salah factor.
Yeah. Look, I do hear that. I think if you look at it as a whole, though, if we were to pick a front three at the end of the season, I see no reason why you'd only have Salah if you were to pick one between Villa and Liverpool. But we'll see. Next up is me. And I am going Ghazi as well. Yeah, Ghazi. I am going to pick. Ooh, who do I want to pick? I am going to pick Billy Gilmore to Norwich, and I am going to put it in a decent signing. I think it works out for both sides. I think Billy has got the. I think Billy's got the ability to really, really, really improve. I really rate him. I don't think he's ready to play for Chelsea yet. I do agree with that. Again, working with Daniel Farke, who is someone that Thomas Tuchel really, really respects, will only help Billy Gilmore. I think this is the perfect signing for both sides. I think Norwich pick up someone who's going to be really good in that midfield for them sort of during the season. And I think Chelsea know that Daniel Farke and Norwich, whilst it's not going to be plain sailing, you sort of want that, because if a player gets it too easy, then they just think it's easy all the time. Whereas if Billy Gilmore learns how to have a scrap in midfield, which he does for Scotland on a daily basis, then when he comes back to Chelsea and he's playing maybe, in Europe, I think he'll be more adapt and able to handle with the different situations he's going to be in. So I think for a 1 year loan, I think this is a perfect signing. Prime, what's your thoughts on Gilmore to Norwich? Are you shaking your head? I'm guessing you're in disbelief I've just said this.
I don't like our quality. Well, okay. People know my thoughts on youth players. I don't like gassing them up because I don't believe everyone's special. But I know Gilmore is, and I don't like that he's being forced to play in relegation battles. He's not Conor Gallagher. He should, in my opinion, you will learn a lot more Bundesliga or La Liga, Serie A. You learn a lot more over there, even if you are in a relegation battle, than you would here in the Prem. Like playing low blocks all the time and stuff. No. But Daniel Farke is apparently this great manager that people rate. I don't necessarily rate him too highly. The last time he was in the league with Norwich 2 seasons ago, they kept playing high line, attacking football, and they had so many injuries at the start of the season that it got them relegated. But, if Tuchel trusts it, then I will as well.
In Tuchel we trust. I'm moving it up. For a club like Norwich, having a little think of that. For a club like Norwich, they've really picked up a baller there. So I'm actually going to put Gilmore and Goated there. I actually rate that signing a lot. But next up, Prime, and I'm going to give you Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm going to give you a big lad. Where are you putting CR7?
Wait, Gilmore Goated? What?
Is there a certain amount you can have in each tier?
No. I think we'll be fairly. Don't put too many in decent. I think we'll limit decent to how many's in there now. We'll limit decent to 10.
I don't. Ronaldo. So decent or go, it depends on if United win a trophy this season. I think. All right, when I look at United from last year, a lot of people put if they don't win games or they draw games, they put a lot of it on Ollie. And yes, the manager takes some part of the blame. However, I think you have to look at the players that they have as well. A lot of these players that they're touted to be, Luke Shaw apparently the best left back in the Prem, Hamasaka is the best defensive fullback. People know I love Maguire. I say he is one of the best centre backs in the Prem. People rate Bruno's world class, Pogba's world class. It wasn't too long ago people were saying Fred is better than Kante. Rashford world class. Martial
And that's true.
world class. Cavani's top 3 strikers in the Prem. This guy loves Greenwood, doesn't shut up about him. All these amazing players. You've got Diallo. You've now brought in Sancho, the best creative English midfielder or winger of all time. Got all these amazing players, and now you've got one of the best goal scorers, one of the best players of all time. I think Ronaldo's leadership in those sort of games like the Europa League final, where yes, you can say arguably United didn't deserve to get anything out of it. Ronaldo pops up with a goal randomly. I watched them in the Ireland game. They didn't deserve to win at all. But Ronaldo, from crosses that are really average, he'll just pop up with a goal.
It'll take a game by a scruff of the neck, and I do agree with you. I think United have lacked that person who's just going to take the game by a scruff of the neck and just deliver.
Yeah.
It's not just that.
I mean, it's been Bruno for a while. But
you'd hope that his leadership will extend towards players like Rashford. Because I know Rashford in the games does step up. Look at someone like Pogba, who has all the ability, and he is a leader for France. You think it'll take a lot of pressure off Pogba and allow him to just perform a lot more? You think Bruno, it'll take a lot of criticism off of him because he doesn't perform in big games. It'll take a lot of shine off Sancho because he was coming in on big expectation. Last season, he was supposed to be 120 mil. It's been a year in the making, this signing. He's supposed to light up the Premier League. I don't think he will in his first season. It takes a lot of shine off of all these players. Even a lot of pressure off of Ollie, because games where they're drawing, all of a sudden, he'll nick a goal. And, like the Southampton game, they drew 1-1. Ronaldo pops up with a goal from a bad cross and they win the game 2-1. And all of a sudden, people are saying it's a good game or a good performance. So can he push them over the line to win a title? I don't know. Maybe I look at before Ronaldo came, I looked at United as dark horses, but I don't know. Maybe in the Champions League, especially now there's no away goals. Barcelona are not that great. United can beat them. Real Madrid are aging. United can beat them. PSG, United can beat them. I don't rate this PSG team. Maybe the only threat is Bayern Munich, but maybe the only threat from United to beat is Bayern Munich. I think United can beat City over 2.
And Chelsea. I think Chelsea are a big threat to United.
Yes, however, I still United can beat us over 2 legs, like the Ronaldo factor. Wan-Bissaka puts in a bad cross, Ronaldo scores, all of a sudden United beat us 2-1. Like, I can see stuff like that happening, and I don't think Ollie's terrible. I think he's a very good manager. I think he's one of the better managers in the Prem. I think take away Tuchel, Pep and Klopp, I think he's probably the best manager in the Premier League or the second best manager in the Premier League. So why not? Who knows?
So
that's so refreshing to hear. From like a Chelsea fan, from a rival fan, that's so refreshing to hear.
I'm guessing we're putting Ronaldo in goated, or is he going into decent?
It depends on if they win. Depends on if they win a trophy or not. Because all this I'm saying, they could finish second this season and lose the Champions League.
We're going to do another one at the end of the season where we go through all of it, so we'll be able to assess that. But how do you think you'll go?
Put him in goated because United will win a trophy.
Put him in goated.
Yeah.
Right, so he's going into goated. Jay, I am going to give you the most expensive British player ever, Jack Grealish. How do you see Jack Grealish to Manchester City going?
I mean, firstly, it's a very good move for him, for Jack. for his career, because he's at a bigger club and he's more likely now to win trophies, and for City as well because he's fit into that team quite well.
Mhm.
I can't really argue against decent, to be honest. I'm not going to put it in
Decent.
goated because it's too early to put him in that
Yeah.
category. But I think
Yeah.
I can't really put him in anywhere else but decent, if I'm honest. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very good
Ah,
signing and he's a quality player and
Yeah.
it just increases City's squad depth.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't really need him. They needed Harry Kane more than Jack Grealish,
Mhm.
but it's another like really good player
Yeah.
and just strengthens their attack. So yeah, I guess it's decent to be
Yeah.
honest.
No.
That
He
was
might
me,
flop. We
Dylan.
never know. He might flop.
This was me. I put Gilmore in goat because I think when
Jay,
you
why
look
have
at
you done
Billy,
this?
I think when you put Gilmore in a Norwich side, I think they genuinely have got a baller there. So that's my opinion there. Don't forget, we're basing this off the transfer and of the club that they've gone to. So, Billy Gilmore, who has done it in the Euros, is doing it on the main stage for Scotland now. Yeah, it's an interesting one. As former Argyle player Anthony Sarcevic looks like he's about to chokeslam an assistant referee. Go on, give him a smack, Sars. Go on. Oh no, he's walking away. Yeah, is Gilmore Niall's second fave player ever after Greenwood? I really do like Gilmore. I really like Gilmore. But moving on,
Can
Velvishwan.
I just say that
Yeah.
Grealish racks up stats because that's City playing sort of a machine, but I think that's a poor signing.
I agree with Prem. I was about to say poor as
I
well.
was just about to say
You
I
think it's
agree.
poor?
We'll get one move each
Well,
to
I guess I'm the only one that thinks it's decent.
Wait,
I
hold on.
think
What's that at the bottom? What have you done here? As in a calamity
yeah.
signing?
So basically that means no, that's what I mean. Like, what have you done? Is like seriously, guys, what have you just done? Like, as in like bad.
Can I have Saul now?
Well, no, I'm going to give you Romelu Lukaku. I'm going to give you.
Don't do that.
It's okay.
Man.
Valjean, if you say one thing stupid, I'm putting Canate into what have you done?
No, I was hoping to get Saul, but Lukaku. For me, he is.
I was also hoping for an 11-inch penis, but we don't all get what we want.
Are we allowed to knock off anyone from the tier?
You don't need to. We're going to have 5 goated signings. Well, maybe
5.
yeah. So we're going to have 5.
100 million pound. Is he 100 million exact or?
Yeah, 100 million. It won't. No, bit below one. I think just below 100 million.
It's between goated and decent for me. I think because of the price tag, I need to expect him to be guaranteed like 25 plus goals a season.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's playing for the Chelsea side who create loads of chances. I don't know. Decent. Playing decent.
Kenny, is your deciding factor on whether Chelsea win the league or not? Because if you have Chelsea to win the league, then he has to be in goated. But if you don't think Chelsea will win the league, then I understand why you put him in decent.
Wait, Kenny?
I mean, I
Kenny, sorry,
don't get it.
Yeah, sorry, Ralph.
Yeah,
I
I don't think Chelsea will.
personally, yeah, Okay. Yeah, Aaron, because I asked you to come on earlier, I will send you a link.
Actually, put
Lukaku
in top of decent, like ahead of Dan James. I would do it like that.
Well, it doesn't really matter, but okay. I'll put him there. Just got to find Aaron. Where is Aaron? Where is this Donny fella? Because I was hoping Aaron would be here to do all the lower league, Premier League sides, because he likes a good love story. Right, there we go. All right, sorted out. I think, yeah, I've just sent it. So, we're just done Valjean, so it is me next. And I am going to pick myself. Ooh, who do I want? I'm going to pick myself. I'm going to go for Aaron Ramsdale. And I think this is a.
What have you done?
I think. See, I disagree. I'm going to put it in average because I think Ramsdale is better than Leno. And I think if Ramsdale is coached well, big if, I think he could become a very good goalkeeper at Arsenal. I really rate this signing from Arsenal. It's one of the only signings this summer where I think, okay, the price, they managed to get the price right down. So the price was brought down. I think Ramsdale to Arsenal isn't the worst signing. I think if we're talking about a slap bang average signing, I think Ramsdale right now is with the potential for it to go up. Prime disagrees.
What was it you said? If he's developed well, he won't be developed well. History shows when Arsenal buy these sort of players with potential, they're not developed and they stagnate. So he's. I don't know he's that much better than Leno. I don't think he's that much better than Leno.
I think he is. And
I don't even think he's better than Leno, to be honest.
He looks more comfortable playing out from the back than Leno.
Yeah, but so is Onana, and he's not. Like, I'm talking about the fundamentals of being a goalkeeper, not just playing out of the back.
To be fair, if it wasn't for him, Sheffield United would have been battered 5-6-0 every week.
Yeah, but he's a shot stopper then. But I don't know.
To be fair, so is David De Gea. David De Gea is very good.
But Leno makes very good saves.
Different. That's like you saying, Aubameyang's or Lacazette's a striker and Lukaku's a striker, so they're the same. They're not the same. Wait, how much?
Hold on, are you telling me that Lacazette isn't anywhere near Lukaku?
Maybe when Lukaku's 37 years old. How old is what did Ramsdale cost?
27 mil, I think.
That's not a lot. That's not a lot of money.
It was below 30. I'm almost certain of it.
Because I thought he was 35. I was thinking you could have got Dean Henderson. Or not Dean Henderson, Tom Heaton. He was better.
I was just about to say, Ramsdale, in my opinion, has got better potential than Dean Henderson. If I was United, I would have looked at Ramsdale as a long-term replacement for De Gea in years to come. That's what I'd have done. I'd have been like, bring in I rate Dean Henderson, but there is elements of his game that I don't like. Whereas there's not really many elements of Ramsdale's game that I don't like. Big up to Wayne as well in the chat. Kenny says 33 million. Okay.
Now that is once you get into the 30, 35s, that is a lot of money.
It wasn't lucky.
Also spent 130 something, 40 something mil. So everything racks up eventually.
Yeah.
Especially for a backup keeper as well.
Him and Ben White together, that costs what, 80 something mil?
80 odd mil. Yeah.
That's Maguire, isn't it? So let's be,
Yeah, I do hear that. Right. So Prime, you can have. I'm going to give you Romero to Spurs.
Oh, by the way, now quickly, I won a point from tonight's match.
Yeah, I've watched the game. But yeah, Prime, Romero.
I don't know anything about him. I haven't watched him.
Okay, I'll give you someone else. Do you know anything about Brian Hill?
Not really, no.
Okay. I will give you. Do you know what? I'll give you Emi Buendia to Villa.
Oh,
Do you know much about Emi Buendia?
What I'm about to say, I think this. I've only seen one season of him, which is Norwich, and they got relegated. Apparently, his stats last season in the Championship are amazing. But I look at the Champions League with a pinch of, or the Championship with a pinch of salt, because I've seen Tammy ball out there and struggle. I've seen Reece James ball out there, and he looks comfortable in the Prem. So like, there's different levels. I think Arsenal wanted him.
Mm-hmm.
Is Buendia good enough to start for any top 6 side or make their bench? I don't know.
He makes United's bench.
I don't know.
Makes United's bench.
No, he doesn't.
He does. He gets in over. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not.
I mean, it's also a point most likely play him over Van der Beek.
No, but
at this rate, anyone gets played before.
So maybe I shouldn't be the one to do this, because I haven't watched enough of him to make a decision. There are others on here that I can make decisions on.
Okay, I'll give you an easy one that you'll definitely know. Odegaard. Do you want to take on Odegaard?
I really like Odegaard, but he should not be at Arsenal. I think for Arsenal and for him, it's a poor signing, because it's not going to work. Arsenal fans expect a savior. He's not a savior, not yet. You know, he's quite literally still a kid. Because the way he came in January on loan for 6 months or half season, and they were giving him so much abuse and stick when it's not really his fault. But when you actually look at the stats from when he came in, Arsenal improved and went on sort of a run of form to get into 8th or to finish 8th. You know, he's better than Smith Rowe in my opinion. But I don't know, because he played against Man City, and he was played in a double pivot with Xhaka. Xhaka then got sent off. Then he had to play in a pivot on his own against Man City's midfield, which isn't fair, you know. So the signing is not going to work out at all. How much did we cost?
40 mil.
That's a lot. Again, a lot of money. How long is he going to be there for?
Wasn't it a 5-year deal?
5
or 6.
See, how much did Romero cost? Do you know? Sorry.
Romero?
Yeah.
Anyone know how? I can Google it.
No, but I mean, was he like 25-ish mil? 30 mil?
I think 30. I want to say 30, but
Okay, cool. You could have bought someone like Romero instead, which takes the money for Ben White to 20 mil you have left, and you put that together.
42.5 mil. Ouch.
Okay, that's a lot. But there are cheap centre backs you could have bought instead of Ben White.
Yeah.
You pull that money together with what you spent on Odegaard, and you buy Maddison, who's apparently the first choice target that you guys wanted, or you buy Buendia, who's your first choice target. But instead you buy Odegaard, who, in my opinion, was the real target you were looking at all along. But he doesn't look flashy. Stupid money. Like, Chelsea aren't spending 42 on Odegaard. We get him for cheaper. Or you get him in on loan for 2 years or something. I don't know. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor. But it's not a reflection on what I think of him. I really do rate the guy. But him at Arsenal and the environment is just wrong.
Yeah. No, I hear that. Jay, I am going to give you Konate.
The problem with him is that he's just very injury prone, and Liverpool, they have a problem with injuries, especially with their centre backs. So just getting an injury prone centre back in is not really ideal. I think for Leipzig he was okay, but I think Upamecano was the main centre back. I'd go with average. Like I don't think he's anything special. He's not a terrible player. He's okay. But yeah, I think average. I think average
Okay,
is probably the best tier to put him in.
that's fair.
Yeah, that's what I'll go with. Yeah.
Velv, I'm going to give you. I'll give you Romero, because I know you watch a lot of football outside of the Premier League. So Velvishwan, you get Romero.
I like this guy, man. He's a quality centre back. Won a Serie A Defender of the Year with in the league. Obviously, when we played them, he wasn't even playing when we played away. Beat them 5-0. As soon as he came back to the Atalanta team, they keep a clean sheet. Like, he's a quality centre back. For me, I'm doing it. He's goated. He's a goated signing for me.
Wow.
Wait, who's goated?
Velvishwan, chuck him.
Romero.
Velvishwan's just put Romero in goated.
Wait, okay. Is he one of the best centre backs in the Prem?
Pardon?
Will he be one of the best centre backs in the Prem come into the season?
He's still young. Like, don't get me wrong. I feel like he would definitely improve this Spurs defense a lot. I feel like going to the after September, he will start coming in. He will play more regularly for Spurs. He'll improve that defense. Because for me, he will replace Dyer, because Dyer's going through a purple patch. Romero's going to be ahead of him, and yeah, it's not even 42 million they're paying for him. He's on loan. He's currently on loan, and they're going to pay for it next season. So he could potentially be top 5 centre backs in the Premier League in the end of the season.
Hold on. No, he's not.
No, he can.
Has Alderweireld left? Has
He's not.
Alderweireld left?
Alderweireld's gone.
Yeah,
He's not better than Van Dijk.
Oh.
He's not better than Thiago Silva. Not better than Maguire.
But
not
Thiago
better than
Silva's going to
Varane,
be injured.
not
He's
better
not
than
going to
Van
play.
Jens. He's not
He's
better than
what?
Christensen. He's not better than Rudiger.
Nah, he's better
He
than
did
that.
well in the Copa America. I know he won Copa America.
The Copa. I don't rate the Copa America. The players in there are
He's
not
better.
that. The players in there are not that great. I don't rate the Copa America.
Yeah, but you look at Atalanta's centre back he was playing before. They're not even better.
We all get one pick at the end. I feel like Romero might get moved by the end of this. Next up, Donny James. I'm going to give you EFL. Crikey, what the hell happened there? I will give you EFL lad Buendia. Was at Norwich last season.
Good one.
I know. I'm full of good ones.
That's what she said.
Not to you. Don't do that. I mean, she more likely to Niall, but not.
That's true. That's true. I think Buendia's stats in the Championship were absolutely incredible last season. I think watching him as a neutral at Norwich last season in the Championship, it was good to see his technical ability and the way he moves about in the ball. This season in the Premier League, what he started with Villa already, we're seeing signs of that. But again, it's just the fact that it's that extra step in quality. So for Villa, in terms of just being a Villa signing rather than a Premier League signing, I would put him under decent. I'd say Bundy is decent. I wouldn't say he's below average at all.
Okay. Also, big up to CJW. Thank you for subscribing. Means an awful lot. So Buendia going into decent. Now, that does mean if you want to put anyone else into decent, one has to be dropped down to average because you can only have 10. So you now got to bear that in mind. So some people may have to go down.
Or maybe one of the decents goes up. You never know.
Well, you can only have 5 in goated, and I feel like there's probably at least 3 here that is going to be fighting for goated anyway. So I think we're going to see some movement happening anyway. So next up is myself, and I am going to give myself I'm going to go for. I'm just going to put Varane and goated. It's just simple. I think that one is an easy one. I think Varane sorts out that United defence. Partners Maguire much better than Lindelof does. He's a world-class centre-back, top 5 in the league easily, if not at least top 3. So I think Varane to United is goated. And they got him for a nice, easy price. It was actually one that I was surprised United got done so quickly because it's United.
And Ben White?
Oh, 100% by about a country mile.
Ben White costs 50 mil. So
you could imagine that Ben White is in the bottom of Africa. Varane is like the top of the UK. That is the distance between these two players. At the moment. There are 2 continents in between them. There are 2 continents.
I'd say Varane is a better signing than Van Dijk. I'd even go as far to say that.
Ziggy says Ben White is an average at most. I hear that. I do hear that. I think the price is what a lot of people are like, whoa. It makes you sit back and look. Prime, I am going to give you none other than Jayden Sanchez.
Oh.
What? Based on this season, he's going to be average. I don't rate Jayden Sanchez as highly as everyone else does, but I do rate him. I think first season in the Prem, he's going to struggle. I'm not hearing this thing of he's English, so he knows.
What do you make of the whole transfer though? Like the Sancho to United?
It's a farce. They should have got him last year. But again, I understand taking the risk because it did pay off, but it might not have, because this summer could have been a bit of a different landscape. Because if say Mbappe had left within the first few weeks of the window and went to Real Madrid, all of a sudden that causes such a big ripple effect from every other team making transfers that maybe Sancho ends up going to like a PSG or something all of a sudden. Or, if Chelsea had sold Ziyech or Callum Hudson-Odoi, maybe we put in a bid and buy Sancho if we couldn't have got Lukaku and we couldn't have got Haaland. Like, it's a big risk that they took. It worked off fine. But yeah, I'm putting him in average because I think he's going to have an inconsistent first season. That's just him betting into the Prem, which is understandable. Havertz had the same thing last season. Rival fans made fun of him for it, but first season in the Prem, you're going to struggle. Like many Premier League goats have struggled in their first season in the Prem, so it's not a disrespect to him.
Dylan says Sancho has to go in average. He's not goated and no room in decent. Well, there is room in decent. If Prime was to say he wanted Sancho in decent, what we would then do is we would all pick one to move down to get average. So Sancho could go into decent, and he may still well end there if someone was to move him up. But as it stands, Jayden Sanchez is an average signing for United, according to Prime. Jay, you are.
Because you're going to clip that. Don't do that. That's not what I said.
No, I'm not.
Don't do that.
I'm not actually clipping anything from this show because I could easily clip an awful.
No, not you. No, not you. Someone's going to clip this up. That you said. I didn't say he's an average signing.
Oh, an average signing. Well, I did ask you what did you? That's what we're basing it off, not what we. What do you make of the signing overall? That's
I know, but my point is someone's going to clip up a small part. Watch the full video. Don't just listen to the small part. That's my point.
Well, yeah, I'll clip that and I'll post that on our Twitter. I'm just saying, watch the whole video, not one little clip. But next up, Jay, you are going to be given. There's not many that do you know much about Nuno Tavares?
No, not.
Neither do I. I don't know much. Oh, you know much, right? Okay, Jay, do you know much about Daka? Patson Daka.
Very, very little. Because I saw him play in the Community Shield, but apart from that, not really much.
Do you know much about? I'll give you Saunagaz.
Yeah, I can do Saunagaz.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a very good signing for Chelsea. Like, he's a quality player. So yeah, I'd put him in decent and take out Ben White. And then put Ben White in.
Right.
Put Ben
Okay.
White in average, yeah.
Right, so
I'm
your
sorry,
vote. So
You've got Brandon Williams there, and you're doing that.
1 minute. So, your vote would be for Ben White. So now we all get to vote who goes down to average. I'm going to vote Conor Gallagher. I'm voting Conor Gallagher to go down to average. Prime, what about you?
Brandon Williams.
Okay. Velv?
So
Your vote is for Sal Niguez to drop down to average.
I actually wanted to put in what have you done, just for personal reasons.
Okay, and Aaron, what about you?
Brandon Williams.
You're an asshole. It's okay.
We're friends now. We're friends.
I'll have the last laugh then. I will remember that, Aaron. By the way,
Ben White in average, yeah.
No. Ben White has saved himself because 2 people have voted for Brandon Williams. It's okay, Aaron. I will remember this, Aaron. Ziggy says Daka, the African JV9.
Once Conga goes into that decent category, Ben White is out of that.
I can't see Solstein ahead of Loftus-Cheek or Lewis Baker. I mean, okay. Velv, I am going to give you. I'm going to give you Brian Hill.
He's also a talented player. I don't think he will impact to the Spurs side this season. I feel like Nuno would do something with him similar to Pedro Neto, get him sub appearances in his first season and possibly start more in the season after. For now, I'll put him average signing.
Yeah,
but he'll end up being decent in the future.
Okay. Aaron, I'm going to give you someone that none of us know, and that is Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu from Bologna in the Serie A.
Correct. At least you know where he's come from.
Yeah, I watched a little bit. I watched a little bit of Serie A and got to see quite a few times of Tomiyasu. I think as a defender, I think he's a decent aerial defender. But again, Arsenal they're not playing. They're not going to play him in the right way because they're going to play him at right back most of the time because Bellerin's gone. Cedric will sometimes play. And Maitland-Niles will get forced there a few times, and Arsenal are just a shit club and shitly run. So I think they're gonna ruin it. Like Smith Rowe and Saka, they're gonna ruin another career. So with Tomiyasu, I'd just put him in average for now and just see what happens. But I feel sorry for Tomiyasu because he's joining a club that's so toxic right now. And the best thing that can happen is ESR and Saka move on to the Bundesliga or something. But yeah, Tomiyasu average for now.
Okay. Prime, which one did you know about? Was it Nuno Tavares or Daka?
I know about both of them, kind of, but I go Tavares. He is good going forward, poor defensively. I think maybe a bit similar to Trent. He's a left back. Any right winger with a bit of skill or trick in him can beat him for pace. Well, maybe not pace, but they can beat him with a trick and get a ball in. I think with Tierney's injury record especially, Tavares will get a lot of game time and he will get exposed, and Liverpool fans will get Arsenal fans will get frustrated by that.
Okay. So
you were right in saying Liverpool fans, because I think if Liverpool fans came up against Tavares and they bossed it, they'll think their squad's Barcelona.
FYI, you can only have 10 in average as well. So wherever Daka goes, there's going to be some movement. It's okay. We can fit
an average. No, I put him in poor. Sorry, I put him in poor then. Daka is a really good signing, so I'll put him in poor.
Okay. And there is someone who I think is going to get moved there at some point very soon. But Velvishwan, Patson Daka. You were begging for him at Liverpool all summer, so
I didn't.
You fucking did.
Average.
Oh,
You're putting Patson Daka into average.
he's salty because he didn't sign him.
Prime, where would you be putting Daka?
Yeah. That's why I moved Tavares down to put him in average. Yeah.
Oh, so okay. So that is what we've got so far.
I think Tavares or not Tavares, Daka will have a really good Prem career, like building up. But he's young now, and I'm not expecting him to rip it up for a season. I think kind of like Iheanacho, a bit. It's a build up. So.
Okay. So now we're all gonna get one pick. Prime. Out of all of them, you can move them anywhere you want. Who do you want to move?
Oh.
We do, I feel like we do need someone in what have you done.
Remove Romero, put him down to decent, and put up Danny Ings. He's one of the best strikers in the Premier League and gets so disrespected. And he'd start for Liverpool right now.
Okay. No, I hear that.
He wouldn't be suitable for our system because he'll get injured majority of the time.
Who gets injured?
Ings. That's the reason he never made out of Liverpool.
And same way Keita has never made out of Liverpool because he's injury prone. Same way Matip is injury prone. Joe Gomez is injury prone. You bought Konate, who's also injury prone.
Konate is not injury prone. Where is these people saying he's not injury prone?
He's had
an injury prone.
He is injury prone.
He has had injuries in the past.
Okay, wait, hold on. What is Pulisic injury prone?
Here's the thing. But injury prone is you're having recurring injuries over and over again. Konate had one long-term injury.
No, it does not have to be the same recurring injury. Injury prone means you are consistently out injured.
Yeah, but he's not consistently out injured. He got one long-term injury, then he got rushed back early, then got the injury. Then he was fine. He was literally sitting on the bench for Leipzig. He wasn't playing. He was being managed properly. If he was injury prone, we wouldn't have bought him. Simple as. We would have got Kabak on the permanent. We would.
No, not true. Because the only reason why Bayern bought Upamecano instead of Konate is because Konate is injury prone. Bayern Munich are not stupid.
Injury prone. It's a myth.
Bayern Munich are not because Bayern Munich are not a stupid club. They're an institution, and they are the most well-run clubs in Europe. They would have bought Konate because Konate is better than Upamecano based on talent.
Really?
But he's not injured.
Really?
I love Upamecano, but Konate is better than him. However, Upamecano is a better signing because he's not injured, and he'll be there for the future.
He's not injury prone.
Okay, he's injury prone, so he might as well be injured.
He gets injured a lot. Quite a lot.
Yeah.
What? Oh my days!
Right. So everyone is everyone right. So basically, to summarise, Romero's been chucked into decent, and Danny Ings has been put up into goated. Jay, you're next. Who would you like to move?
I'd like to remove Ben White from decent and swap him with Jayden Sanchez.
Okay. So Jayden Sanchez going up to decent, Ben White going down to average. Velvishwan, who do you want to move?
Konate goated.
Are you sure you want to embarrass yourself?
No, wait, no. Hold on. Can we do that? We can move people all the way. I think you're going to move them up one tier and down one tier.
Yeah, up one tier.
But I don't really think Konate is the player for this rule.
You can't.
It's okay because Aaron, you upset me by putting Brandon Williams into average. So where do you want to move Konate?
I want to move Konate to what have you fucking done?
Yeah, Aaron. You know what, Aaron, you have just won yourself a banter-free session on the EFL show.
No, don't whore yourself out like that. Don't do that.
No, he only gets one prime. It's what he gets 2 shows a week. He's with me for the next 41 games. I'm sure I can go one show without bantering Aaron.
Aaron, you lost a subscriber, mate. I'm sorry.
Aaron, don't worry. I've got two accounts. I'll make another.
Yeah, I've got a burner account. I'll subscribe to replace Velvishwan's one there.
What is a burner account? Is it just a fake account?
No, it's just basically if you want. Yeah, sort of.
Or is it just for trolling?
Yeah, I mean, I troll a few channels, so yeah. I've got like 10 of them. But yep, Konate has
you have
gone
a lot
into.
of time in your hands.
I do not, I can assure you. Konate has gone into What Have You Done? Next up is me. And I am going to put Brandon Williams back into decent, which means we have to move someone out of decent, and it can't be Brandon Williams now. Unlucky, guys.
Lukaku.
Right, so I am going to vote for Conor Gallagher. Prime, what about you?
Brandon Williams. Can I do that?
No, because I'm moving him in there, so you have to pick someone else.
Actually, wait, Aaron, who are you voting for?
Because you didn't say that the first time.
I did.
Yeah,
I
Conor
did.
Gallagher.
Conor Gallagher. Okay, so 2 votes for Gallagher. Jay?
Yeah, Conor Gallagher.
Conor Gallagher. Velvishwan?
Jayden Sanchez.
Conor Gallagher wins. And Aaron, who would you have gone for?
I would have probably gone for Conor Gallagher, to be honest.
Oh, my.
Okay. Now, we need to have a little chat about someone. And that someone is not someone that anyone is moving. I mean, we will move if the majority of us decide it. But I want to talk Grealish because I don't think this is a decent signing.
I think this is an average signing.
I'm actually going to say, what have you done?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I think you have spent £100 million on a player you did not need, when all you needed to do was chuck on 50 million and you go get yourself Harry Kane.
Not true. If 100 mil plus Laporte gets you Harry Kane.
Well, yeah.
Either that, or you chuck on 25 to 50 million to the 100, and you go and bribe Dortmund to pay off Haaland.
No, City. Haaland is not good for City. They don't need it.
No, Kane would have been perfect for City. But we're gonna have a vote on Grealish.
Haaland might go to United next season anyway.
I'm gonna say, what have you done, Prime? What about you? Do you agree with that?
I didn't mention this when I did mine. This might be one of the flops of the season.
Flops of the season.
Grealish, again, Man City are a machine, so he'll get assists and goals. But his specialness, that creativity and stuff that he does, it's going to be sucked out of him. Like it happened to Mahrez the first 2 seasons he was there. He just looked, yeah. And then he eventually adapted and kicked on, and now he's amazing for them, and he's their X factor. But yeah, I don't rate Grealish that highly. I don't see what England fans rave about him. Harry Kane would have been a better option.
It's because he's John in a mid-table team.
It's a thing of you just need a striker to get you goals, but he doesn't necessarily have to start. Danny Ings, he can come off the bench, bag a few goals. Lautaro Martinez can play the false 9 perfectly. There's so many. Sancho wouldn't have come, but there's so many signings out there you could have made that are better. If you'd waited another week and a half, you could have got Messi.
I know. Oh, it was actually funny. So are you saying Grealish in What Have You Done then?
Yeah.
Excellent. This is what I love to see. Jay.
By the way, if they win the Premier League, this still counts. They have to win the Champions League for him to be a good signing.
Oh, mate, they have to do the quadruple for this to be a good signing. But what about you, Jay? Are you keeping Grealish in decent?
Yeah, I was the one that put him in decent, but having thought about it, I guess I'll put him in average. Average.
Velvishwan?
I've heard what you guys have said, and I suppose.
Yeah,
maybe
I hear that.
Yeah.
Jayden Sanchez, what have you done?
No. We're talking Jack Grealish, you muppet.
Oh, If you swap Grealish with Konate and put Konate back to average, I'm for it.
Don't even try and bribe now for this one.
No, I just said swap
Aaron,
them. Then
Aaron, where would you be putting Grealish?
Grealish, nowhere near decent, nowhere near average. I'd probably, to be generous, I'd put him in. What have you done? I just think
Excellent.
Again, it's just he is shining at Aston Villa because they're a team that aren't fighting as high as Man City right now. In Man City, he is a little fish in a big pond. In Aston Villa, he was a whale in a little lake. So with Grealish, it's sort of the whole situation again of big money move to a big club by name of recent times, and suddenly the passion of the game has gone out of you, and you just pay for the you just play for the money now, and it's just like every top tier football match. So Grealish for me is just not the player that he is that he was at Villa, and that's because of the big money move. And it looks like he's going to play average for a high wage check, which is the story at every big club by name. So,
there's nothing wrong with Grealish making the move. Don't do that. There's nothing Grealish him making the move. There's nothing wrong with it. Like him as a person.
No, I don't mind the move, but because of the move, he will turn into Birmingham's Jordan Ibe.
No, he won't.
Right.
He's going to fall down the pecking order.
No. Put Konate. I'm not having Konate with Grealish.
Too late with Konate.
Konate wasn't up for debate. It was more
one
Grealish
Liverpool
because
player on here.
I know. Liverpool made one signing all summer, and he's gone into what have you done?
He's a bit. Let's be honest. I don't even.
But also, does he even get in? Does he even get into Liverpool's defence?
Like, I mean, only if Matip and Gomez and Van
Dijk and Matip are definitely above Konate. Gomez is above Konate purely for the fact that Klopp knows Gomez. Does Konate even get into this Liverpool team at the moment?
I think Konate for Liverpool is what Ben White is to Arsenal. Still young, can't get ahead of the scene.
No, I honestly just don't think Konate gets into Liverpool. I just don't.
That's what I mean.
This is similar to Fabinho. Fabinho wasn't even starting for Liverpool when he joined.
Yeah, cool, but look. Majority vote said, well, Aaron put Konate into what have you done? So if you want to take out with anyone, take out.
No. Aaron, you'll get a piece of Elvish one later.
Okay, I will go.
Why do I feel like Aaron said that a little too excited?
Hang on a sec. I will cower in the corner and do fuck all about it.
Okay, nice. But we are going to wrap it up there. But before we do, obviously, as you can see, in Goated, Billy Gilmore, Cristiano Ronaldo, Rafael Varane, Danny Ings, indecent, and I'm going to get so much abuse if I put this up from Chelsea Twitter. I've got Lukaku, Daniel James, Leon Bailey, Brandon Williams, Emerson Royale, Emi Buendia, Saul Niguez, Romero, and Jayden Sanchez. In average, you've got Tom Heaton, Bettinelli, Mark Gehi, Aaron Ramsdale, Brian Gill, Tomiyasu, Patson Daka, Ben White, and Conor Gallagher. In port, you got Scott Carson, Odegaard, and Nuno Tavares. And in what have you done is Ibrahima Konate and Jack Grealish.
Wait, I put Danny Ings in goated instead of Lukaku. Can I swap that? Because Chelsea fans are going to give me abuse.
It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. No.
It's too late.
It's too late.
Thank you.
Guys, you're not the one. You are not the one tweeting this out, and I do not want the millions of Chelsea fans coming for me,
including
No. Just put in
the last few days, I've been getting quite a lot of interaction, and I don't want this to be one of them.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think
just add me on Twitter.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think the likes of Charlotte and that are going to be on our case if we didn't do it.
Okay, DM Shaw, tell her I put Lukaku.
That is also one person I do not want to be having a conversation. And when I say conversation, I mean Charles screaming at me and why have I put Lukaku in decent?
Yeah.
I was just about to say, Lauren has said, Aaron, please can you sing the doo-doo chant? This is funny, guys. This is apparently an actual chant they're going to sing at a football match.
This is Arsenal.
Did
you sign the Black Panther?
Yeah, it's because we've signed a guy called Joe Dadu.
Joe, where is he from?
You what?
Oh,
where is he from?
He last played for Wigan, but he played for the likes of Rangers. He was playing with
nationality.
Ghanaian and English.
Bro, there's so many better chances. Arsenal made a dance for party. You could have done something better, man. Come on.
I mean, at least we won't embarrass ourselves like Arsenal fans do it, unless we will take our time with it. You did, Dodo. You did embarrass. Yeah, that is embarrassing.
I thought Laura said Donda, the Kanye West album. I was like, oh, Donda. I was like, what?
Relax.
No, you forgot Kurt Zuma to West Ham. That one.
All I'm saying is Kanye West album's shit, trash.
Oh no! We weren't doing every single transfer. I just picked out some. I picked out all of the big ones, and then I chucked in a few like the Villas, the Norwiches.
Oh, okay.
Just also for interactions because Norwich fans go like, "Whoa, we've got 2 players being spoke about. Let's party."
Where's Kabak?
Who is Kabak?
Oh, yeah.
Who is he?
Back to Norwich.
No, he should be good, Kabak.
Oh, shut up.
It's noted in a parallel universe, Velvet.
Dylan says Don Robbie parties hard. That is cringy. And on that note, we are going to wrap it up there. That was fun. That was fun. We'll see how this this goes at the end of the season. We'll see if any changes are made. Niall, stop ignoring my Aaron comments. Well, yeah, you've said he needs to be banter-free. Aaron needs 4 banter-free sessions on the EFL show, and I will not stop pushing this. You can push all you like. I agreed to 1, and he's getting 1, and that's it, really.
I'm happy with 1 all season. I'm happy with that.
Does Aaron get to pick which stream it is?
No, it's just the next one.
That's not fair.
I'm all right with that. We're facing Wigan next.
That's not
one of the sides up there, so I'm happy with that.
That's not fair. It has to be after you guys get battered every week. After you guys get if you, especially Aaron has said it with Chest, if you face Arsenal in the FA Cup or Carabao Cup and you guys get battered, then I think that should be the stream because no one cannot make fun of that.
Well, it's like I said, this weekend we're facing one of the side's fans to be up there. So if I say we're going to win 3-0, I can't get bantered for it.
No, but I can come for you in the match reaction on the Monday.
That's true. I'm going to be careful here.
He's absolutely fucked. To be fair, even if he was to pick whichever one it is, there's always shows that we do previews. I'll just save it for when we're next on. I'll be like, Aaron, by the way, banter free is no longer a thing now, mate.
Yeah.
But no, that was enjoyable. That was a fun one. Before you go, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel as well. But check out our socials: Twitter, Let's Talk EPL; Instagram, Let's Talk EPL_; TikTok, Let's Talk Premier League. Prime, where can they find you, mate?
Find me on the terrace and on Twitter and stuff. I'm actually now supposed to be on Pengenia. Okay. I'm actually now supposed to be on Blue Wave, a Chelsea show. Right now. So everyone, thank you for having me on and stuff. Anytime you want me on now, appreciate it. And,
100%.
Chelsea fans, at least I tried fighting for you. I bought Lukaku in there. So.
Don't go too hard for Prime. Cheers for coming on, mate.
Please.
Catch you in a bizzle. Jay, where can they find you, mate?
On Twitter at JRedDevilsUnited and in the live chat for Let's Talk. EPL, and yeah, I'll be partying hard. Yeah, when Ronaldo scores.
Penguino with that don't bang one bit. Yeah, it doesn't really. That Penguino, yeah, that don't really work for me. Penguino, it just doesn't flow. Like Pinaldo, that flows. Like Fernandez, that flows. Pessi, that flows. Penguino, I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that. I absolutely can't. Donny, where can they find you, mate?
You can find me on Twitter at Aaron_Challoner, Snapchat Coach_Chal19, Instagram at Aaron Challoner Official, TikTok at Aaron Challoner, YouTube From a Football DRFC and Coach Chal. And if you find my profile on Tinder, give it a swipe.
What a twist.
I just signed back up to Tinder. I had the confidence to do it today, so.
Johnny's putting hard. Johnny's putting hard.
Oh my god.
And on that note, Velvet Swan, where can they find you?
I mean, I'm actually on Tinder right now. I'm just looking at Aaron.
Oh my god, that's fine.
Wait, Aaron Shannon. Okay, oh wait, I need to create an account. Wait, hang on.
Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Aaron, not Aaron, Velvet Swan, where can they find you? Dylan says, Aaron, I'll be on Tinder later. I don't know what I'm hearing.
Good old Tinder.
What's your bio, Aaron? What does it say?
Jesus Christ, I don't want to know. Young man looking for love.
Hard.
Young man looking for love. My club can't do it for me anymore.
All I'm saying is my Chris Wood is getting lamp hard.
Oh my god! I want to kill myself. Velvet Swan, where can they find you, please?
Twitter and Instagram, Vel_skills, and you can find me on Tinder because I'm creating an account right now.
Vel was putting hard.
Oh. How is
the bio,
this?
just party hard.
I want to party hard.
And on that note, we'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
I've nothing to say. I've absolute that was just unacceptable.
Yeah, should we just get that there?
Robin?
It looks like Aaron and Velv are gonna meet each other on Tinder. So until next time, thanks for watching and peace out.